Okay, this video is about sex in the city, and I was researching the Mandela effect about this movie, and I noticed, boy, she kind of looks like a guy. Sarah Jessica Parker. Look at the man's arm, the muscle tone, and the veins. Uh, does that look like a guy? A man's arm? Face, arms, neck. Looks like a dude. Houston, we have a problem. How many women have bulging neck muscles? And pause and look at this face. Got neck? Giant man hands? Really? I mean, look at the veins in her right arm and hand. Wake up! These people are infiltrated Hollywood and are masquerading it around as women. And there's a Masonic checkerboard. Look at that. Does that look like a woman? I mean, and then look at the man hands. And here's a close-up man hands, veins everywhere. Look, one scene is her getting into bed, or him, whatever. Looks like a dude to me. I'm sorry. I gotta call it like I see it. And then this one right here, check this out. Look, Ma, no bulge. Um, so, right here, pause this one. Tell me that's not a man right there. Look at the one eye symbolism, one eye closed or covered. I'm just giving close-ups. These are pictures I took of the movie with my camera, so they're not very good quality. Um, so look at it. She's got, I mean, crazy wrinkles on her hands and veins popping out of her hands. I'll show you pictures later that, and look at this body of hers. It looks like a pole. There's no curviness. There's no waist indent. Oh, it looks like a face of a woman here. Look at this. I mean, a man. Face of a man. Look at that. The waist indent, hiding the bulging neck veins with a collar. She's dressed up in some 80s thing, for her girlfriend. She's modeling all these different clothes. Look at the bulging neck lines. Where's the waist indent? The hourglass figure. And look at this one. She looks like some crazed guy. I don't know. This one sure reminds me of Serena Williams with a V-shaped upper body. Hide those shoulders with the shoulder pads. You can't hide the veins in the arms, though. Sorry. So put a little beauty mark on her, and a little makeup. Throw her in long hair and a dress, and boom, voila, you got instant female. But she's got male. Oh, there's the classic shh pose. You can't hide the certain male looking traits like the bulging neck and muscles and the mannish looking features. And look at this. Talk about Peruvian skulls. Another man looking shot. Throw on some big hoop earrings and they fool everybody. I mean, look at the veins under the arms. Again, veins under the arms. Look at the paws, look at the face. Looks like a man. Does that look like it could be any guy on the street? I don't know. Look at these arms here. And the muscle definition is guyish. Look at the eyebrows. Look at this guy. It looks like a guy. That totally looks like a guy. I mean, I'm able to pause frame by frame when doing this and taking pictures of kind of the more unflattering parts of the movie. This is just Sex and the City movie. Sex and the City. Somehow it's called, the title's changed, which got me looking at it closer. Look at the veins on the hands. More muscle veins in the arms. This is when he's leaving her at the altar. And look at the muscles here. I just can't get over it. I mean, most men don't have muscles like this. I mean, he or she, look at the hand, the wrinkles all over the hands. She must be hitting the gym like for hours a day to get a body muscle tone like that. It reminds me of Serena Williams and how she's built like a tank. I mean, you just don't find many women with muscles like this. Look at this. Look at her face here. Does that look like a woman's face here? Again, that looks like a guy. She's clobbering him with flowers right now in the middle of the street. Look at the veins bulging. More veins bulging in the neck. And look at these shoulders. They just don't look like round female shoulders. Hiding the shoulders, hiding the neck with a scarf. Look at these hands. I mean, pause it and look at these hands, people. Come on. Look at these wrinkles on the hands. I mean, it looks like an 80-year-old woman.
Why do you think you're right for this job? Why do you think you're right for this job?
Hello?
So you
They're giving you, they're telling you, hey, I mean, if that wasn't a big clue in the movie, I don't know what is. Um, they're just, she wears outfits where you can't really see the hourglass figure. Look at this. Where's the waist indent? Pause it and look at these two women. The one on the left, what's her name? I can't remember. Charlotte. She has an hourglass figure. Look at this figure here. Look at these hands. Look at the face. Look at the hands here. More veins popping out in these man hands. I'm sorry, I just have to call it like I see it. Again, this looks like a dude. In the storyline, I felt like myself. Hint, hint. I think they used Bruce Jenner to kind of look at this. Looks like a guy. Look at the veins popping out in the wrist. Again, the veins in the hands. Pause it. Go back. Pause. Look at this closely. Some of these pictures. Again, I took these with my camera. Look at these hands. You have to pause on this and look at the wrinkles in the hands. I mean, what woman, have you ever seen a woman with wrinkles like that in her hands? And she's just making all these goofy faces, and there's the V line in the neck, and here she's covered with some kind of red shirt, so you can't really see the hourglass. But I'm not seeing much of a female-like indent. So there you have it. Okay, I'm going to try to give a quick synopsis of what I think is going on here. And it's probably going to be a shock to a lot of people, but I think what is going on is basically fallen angels are taking eggs and sperm and are creating human hybrids that are both male and female in the same body. Just like, I guess, maybe like you see with Sarah Jessica Parker. No offense to her or anyone. Lady Gaga, I think, she told us point blank when she was in that crazy egg thing. She said she was in the egg for 3 days. Hello. Symbolism there. And then when she came out of the egg, or resurrected out of the egg after 3 days, she told him that it meant to symbolize a birthing of a new race within the human race, or a race within the race. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what she said. And and then her song "Born This Way." What? How many other clues do we need? And then Caitlyn Jenner using Bruce Jenner, of all people, an Olympic athlete, a hero, a male hero, to undergo this, whatever you want to call it, and become a female. And they're desensitizing us and making it seem like, oh, it's just normal, no big deal, everybody's doing it. They're desensitizing us, maybe because they've got plans to roll, this new race within a race of basically their little walking Baphomets, where they were born with both male and female traits in the same body. You can get some that look like guys, some are men that look like women, and some are women that look like men. In this case, Sarah Jessica Parker appears to be, both male and female, if you want my honest opinion. She's got many facial features of a man, head size to proportion to her body, the hands. She's got, man hands with veins and wrinkles. She's got her muscle tone in her arms, and the veins in her arms are like, that is somebody that either goes to the gym, and spends hours working out those muscles. Yeah, and then the parts when they show her with just lingerie on, I'm not seeing the typical hourglass figure with the waist indent, because she's conveniently wearing a red negligee or whatever it is with it that kind of hides the waist indent, and it just looks weird. So that's kind of what it is in a nutshell, in my opinion, is what's going on here. And I wouldn't have even looked at this had it not been for the Mandela effect that's been going on, where I thought, I've always thought it was sex in the city, and now it's been changed somehow to sex and the city. So I went and dug up the movie and looked through it, sometimes frame by frame. And I took pictures of it with my camera to show you, look, does this look to you like a normal female that was born as just a female, or does it look like it's a male masquerading as a woman? I think if you look at other actresses in Hollywood, there are a lot of them. I've started noticing I can't help it now, but every time I look at a woman, now I'm thinking that could be a guy. I'm telling you, look at the actresses. Some of these actresses look awfully mannish, if you know what I'm saying. They say the reason for the flood was because God was trying to start fresh because the entire gene pool had been corrupted. They had been manipulating genetics and DNA. They were creating animal hybrids. They were creating human hybrids. God unleashed his wrath on the world out of love to preserve the human population. Noah and his family, we presume, were not corrupted, their gene pool. I'm not sure about their wives, but anyway, the sons' wives. Jesus made a reference that it'll be like the days of Noah. And I take that to mean it'll be in the days where the gene pool is being corrupted with these hybrids that I think are being created by the fallen angels. And I'd like you to read Dr. John Mack, his book. He's a former Harvard professor, a doctor who researched the alien abduction phenomenon and then died. And I'd also like you to read Dr. Carla, Karla, Carla, Karla, Carla Turner, Turner. She has 3 free PDF books. She was an early abductee who was a college professor and dropped everything to research the alien abduction phenomenon. And she, I think, was coming very close. She was about to write a 4th book to put it all together, and she suddenly died of a fast-moving cancer. These are not aliens from outer space. These are fallen angels masquerading around as E.T. And it's these fallen angels that are posing as aliens, but are the ones that were abducting people with the help of humans. It's been said by many abductees. I've studied it and read books on the subject. They all claim there's some kind of breeding program going on. Most of the women are shown their babies, and they're they're told to hold their babies and to bond with them, and they look human for the most part, is what most abductees say. And you'll notice the abduction phenomenon seems to have stopped. You really don't hear of it, many accounts of it anymore. They just stopped on their own, and they've got enough. They bred enough of these walking Baphomets, I believe they are, based on everything I've seen and researched for years. That's kind of what led me down this rabbit hole, was the Mandela effect. And I would never have even looked at this movie a second time, but because of all the weird things going on with the Mandela effect, I took a close look at this movie, and I went in already thinking that Sarah Jessica Parker looked like a guy. Now I'm more convinced than I was because of going back and looking at this movie. So, tell me what you think. If you can do so in a civil manner. Anybody using foul language or hurling insults will be blocked and deleted, so don't even try. So there you go. That's my synopsis, and this is my opinion. So You're free to agree or disagree, but if you disagree, do so in a civil way or you'll be blocked. Thank you. Okay, this video is about sex in the city. And I was researching the Mandela effect about this movie, and I noticed, boy, she kind of looks like a guy. Sarah Jessica Parker. Look at the man's arm, the muscle tone and the veins. Does that look like a guy? A man's arm? Face, arms, neck. Looks like a dude. Houston, we have a problem. How many women have bulging neck muscles? And pause and look at this face. Got neck? Giant man hands? Really? I mean, look at the veins in her right arm and hand. Wake up! These people are infiltrated Hollywood and are masquerading it around as women. And there's a Masonic checkerboard. Look at that. Does that look like a woman? I mean, and then look at the man hands. And here's a close-up, man hands, veins everywhere. Look, one scene is her getting into bed, or him, whatever. Looks like a dude to me. I'm sorry. I gotta call it like I see it. And then this one right here, check this out. Look, Ma, no bulge. So right here, pause this one. Tell me that's not a man right there. Look at the one eye symbolism, one eye closed or covered. I'm just giving close-ups. These are pictures I took of the movie with my camera, so they're not very good quality. So look at it. She's got, I mean, crazy wrinkles on her hands and veins popping out of her hands. I'll show you pictures later that, and look at this body of hers. It looks like a pole. There's no curviness. There's no waist indent. Oh, it looks like a face of a woman here. Look at this. I mean, a man. Face of a man. Look at that. The waist indent, hiding the bulging neck veins with a collar. She's dressed up in some 80s thing, you know, for